welcome into Morning Edition. What is going on in the Blue Room? Ready to go? Close to the holidays.
Yep.
Here we go. The crew is here. Annie Satowski, Ted Phaeton, myself, Jason Harper, along with producer extraordinaire Austin McCullum. There he is. No, you're there. You're there. Julian is off today, and so we got a lot of things to talk about. The things that we run out of time. Usually it's either a topic we've already started talking about on the morning show or something during commercial break that just starts the ball rolling. And just as we get so deep in the conversation, we have to come back from
You hear that
break.
little voice in your ear. Rap.
Yeah, our producer's going,
Bye.
don't start this. And we're like, ooh, we have so much to say. This Morning Edition podcast is perfect for that.
It sure is. So one of those things that actually happened, we have our business correspondent, Jane King, who does our reports from the New York Stock Exchange, was asking about her Christmas plans. And they are leaving on a Friday, and they're going to come back on Christmas Eve or the day before. And, you know, most of the time when you travel, you're spending the holiday. And she said that her children wanted to spend their holiday at home. They wanted to have Christmas in their own home, in their own beds. And that kind of got me thinking, oh, I mean, what do most people prefer? I think a lot of times travel is romanticized around Christmas. I think it depends on where you're going. Right. So if you're traveling to somewhere wintry and it's fun and
postcard.
Like a postcard, then there's nothing better than that. But these days, I love staying right here. I am planted right here.
With you.
Since we moved into our house in 2022. It's our first time owning a home. So I have loved having people over. I'm an only child. I have a very small family. So whenever I can have a bunch of people around me, that I love it. So we are having all of our family here, and we have for the past couple of years. And now that I have a little one, as Ted can attest to, it's fun taking them places.
Yeah.
It is a lot. Yeah. And so doing that over a holiday travel period sounds like an absolute nightmare to me. So I enjoy being at home. But as she gets older, I think it would be fun to take her somewhere else. I loved going to my grandma's house out in upstate New York, which was always so picturesque, having my dad's side of the family. Her house was like this old, like early 1900s, like Tudor home. It was gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
Perfect around Christmas time. So I loved traveling as a kid. Now I'm staying put. I like it that way.
Yeah.
Firmly planted.
Firmly planted here in North Carolina.
Well, you've kind of set up roots here, you know, and like you said,
Yeah.
with the newborn and everything, you kind of want the people to come to you.
Yes. Last year was like definite. Like I barely stepped outside of my house to go to the grocery store. So there's no way that travel was on the books with the newborn. She's older now. I'm still not leaving.
Well, listen, and even as they get older, I think a couple of things. One, I think as long as they're of the younger age, I think being at their home, going through the whole experience of, hey, go to bed, maybe read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas the night before, coming downstairs or coming into the room, did Santa come? Like all that is so magical at home. There's a lot of questions that come from kids that still believe in the Christmas magic when you travel. How does Santa know that we're going to be in this hotel room? How does he know that where the cabin is in Colorado? Well, first of all, Santa just knows. Let's start with that. So as long as they are young kids, I think, yes, being home just makes it a little more magical. Number two, when you spend a lot of time, if you do spend a lot of time decorating, you want to be there to soak all that in on Christmas morning.
Yes.
I could keep getting into that. But number three, the last thing is, we've tried this before, the older the girls got. When they got teens and young 20s, you can travel. You don't have to be home. But man, traveling with presents,
it's hard.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And so it just depends on your priorities. And maybe the trip is the present. And it's not so many things to open. Maybe let's go skiing or let's go to New York City for Christmas. And that's going to be it just depends. But
This is my first time flying with presents because we're going into my wife's family.
oh, man.
Okay.
Any advice?
Oh,
Don't do it.
don't do it.
Get it hard.
Whenever we'd go back to New York, I think that my mom would always just pack a suitcase, like a separate suitcase for the gifts.
Oh, wow.
To come back.
Yes.
Well, no, to take up there. Now
just
it's different.
gifts.
So this was back in the day before Amazon. I know. I'm old, but before Amazon existed. So you had to kind of bring them with you. Online shopping wasn't a thing. So we had to bring them with us. These days, I feel like you could just, if you're doing Amazon or whatever, have the presents sent there.
I've done
Yeah.
that. Yes,
Yeah,
I've done that.
If they come in an inconspicuous package.
Yeah, we've done that.
That's the only part.
We've done that.
It makes mine takes a little more prep work. I'm not going to spoil it because my wife is going to watch this episode later. It's for her. But it's something that there you go. But it's something I have to travel with and put together at the house.
Okay, separate suitcase, wrap it up real good, or you can wrap it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Do they get a little banged up? Sure.
Sure,
Does anyone care? No.
Yeah, sometimes you can put. Let's say you need 5 to a dozen bows. Sometimes you can put those in Ziploc, pack them separately. That way, you can stack all the boxes side to side, end to end. You're not crushing bows. You can always put the bow on when you get there.
Or you could have
definitely possible.
The wrapping paper and stuff at the destination.
Yeah,
you could have it delivered there and then wrap it when you get there. But when it comes to traveling with presents or traveling in general, I know we're talking about air travel. Driving was one approach we did a few years ago, which was helpful.
Right.
And obviously, I'm thankful to have my sister living in Washington, D.C. We drove up to New York. We split that ride in half.
Ooh, that helps.
Spend the night over my sister's house, have like a little mini Christmas, and then do it full. But you can pack the car out at that point.
That's true.
To your point, Annie, for those who are listening, watching with little ones, Savvy, she's like a year and a half, almost 2. By next year, we want her to have that Christmas spirit at home. We wanted her to have that whole experience, her waking up, coming down, seeing what Santa left for her. Yeah. And my brother and sister-in-law are very much of the same. They have young kids at home, so being at home is important for them. Yeah. But just as recently as 3 years ago, we spent Christmas in Naples, in Florida. I was by the pool.
Oh, yeah.
It was my first Christmas. I'm like, laying out by the pool. It's like 80-something degrees. I'm like, this is...
Santa's got a margarita.
Yeah, that's right.
Santa's got tan lines.
Santa Claus going to have to take off that jacket coming down here.
One other thing I will say about staying at home as when you're a young kid is like, if you're at home, you can sneak and you can try and find the presents ahead of time.
You were one of those kids, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, there was one year I snuck in. I knew where my mom was hiding them, and I found it in the closet. And I peeled the wrapping paper, and I was getting my first set of golf clubs. And woo, man, Mama McCollum was not happy.
I believe it.
And that was
beat you with a golf club.
The first, be with it. Well,
and only time I was like, let me peel this just a little bit.
Oh,
yeah. But if you're traveling, you're someone else's home. The kids, they don't know where the hiding spots are.
That's true.
The hiding,
Well, what if? Billy, who's 10 years old, wants a new bike, and you're traveling. That makes it difficult to have the reveal to let the kid play with fill in the blank toy.
Yeah.
And then, having to get that toy back to wherever home is.
It's a small box that you give to Billy and it opens up to a picture frame of the bike by the tree. I'm joking.
That's just what a 10-year-old boy wants to open on Christmas.
They want
is a frame.
The promise. They want the promise of what's coming.
No, they want to play with it now.
Santa left this at the house.
Yeah,
that does not work.
You can try. Would they be? I mean, you got to know your kid, but yeah, I think traveling for the holidays is magical. With kids, maybe later.
Well, and let me throw one more curveball in there because I'm a little bit older and I have a blended family, right? So for those of you that have gone through that have multiple families that you have to coordinate Christmas around, you get used to celebrating holidays not on the calendar date.
Yeah, that's true.
And so maybe it's on the 23rd when you have to have Christmas, or maybe it's the 26th. In our case this year, trying to get girls back into the house. Only one of our 4 girls lives at home. So try to coordinate that. You postpone. Maybe you travel on the front end to do those things, or you have a small window of this is when we're going to sit down and do presents with each other. And then from that moment on, we go, we travel to see family for 4 or 5 days. There's just a lot of things that change depending. There's not a perfect way for everyone nowadays.
No.
Gotta be malleable.
Yeah, malleable.
Malleable.
That is a good word, Ted.
That's a good.
I will say I am both flying up for Christmas and then driving back. So pray for me.
Oh, big
I
prayers.
get the best of both worlds.
Sure.
But when we come back, speaking of holidays, something that some people do want to talk about and probably don't want to talk about: working out, exercising.
Ooh.
Is it your New Year's resolution? Do you like it? Do you want to do it? We'll talk about it on the other side of this break.
Here we
Watching
go.
Morning Edition, Queen City News Plus.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You've traveled for the holidays. You've had the ham. You've had the meals. And, of course, getting ready to ring in the new year. But we are talking about something that doesn't really line up well with the holidays, but maybe you might want to make up for all the calories that you've eaten from Thanksgiving all the way through now. And we're talking about working out as adults. Listen, life gets busy.
Look at all those fake smiles.
Look at them.
Those aren't real.
So happy.
I'm sure you guys could guess who came up with this topic for today. But as we approach the new year resolutions come in, the plans, the goals, the gym memberships, the trainers, that all rolls in. But we know life be lifing.
Life be life.
Life be lifing. So the time starts to compete for those goals. Working out as adults, folks. How we doing?
I hate being the person that goes to the gym on January 1st or like January 2nd where you're like, I haven't been here before.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, everyone. It's that weird thing where you feel like everyone's looking at you.
They are.
And they're like, I haven't seen you ever.
Sorry, I'm new. I just got into this crazy thing.
Yeah. I have an opposite approach for that.
Okay.
Where I know a lot of folks who are avid gym goers, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm already seeing the text and all the posts of January 1st is going to be crowded. I embrace that. I actually love that. I want the person who just got in there January 1st. I want to grab them. I want to show them what they don't know. I want to encourage them. I want to say, hey, let's hit a day together next week, next Tuesday, back day. Let's do it together.
Make it to February.
Right? Exactly. Right. I want to put wind in their sails because it's intimidating.
Ted, I'm going to be honest. If I'm at the gym and you come up to me and grab me by the shoulders and you're like, let's do it, man. I'm like, what is that? Is it that obvious? Like, I just got here, you know.
I think, I like that approach because yes, if you go to a box gym, there's always the times when it's crowded. Yeah. It's hard to get the free weights. It's frustrating, but I do like that approach because it was probably hard, or in a lot of cases, it was hard for that person to go there. And this doesn't only apply to January 1st. I think if you can just tell that someone in the gym has like never worked out in their life before, but they're there and they're trying, that is awesome. So, I mean, I'm one of those people that like, I'm going to figure it out by myself. So I might not like someone coming up to me and being like, wow, I noticed that you're new. Let me help you. Unless I'm like visibly struggling and going to hurt myself. Which it's not going to happen. But no, I think it's good to support those people because it was very hard for them to even put on the running shoes and the workout gear to get into the gym, that they deserve to be supported. So if they're taking a little bit longer on the elliptical, so what?
Yeah. I always say the heaviest weight in the gym is the front door. You have to use the front door.
Deacon Paul?
Listen. That's the hardest part. Once you get in the front door, okay, now what? Maybe you go for a walk on the treadmill. It doesn't have to be intense HIIT interval training workout right off the bat. You can just ease your way into it. So I do think a lot of folks, they think all or nothing. Right? If I'm going to the gym, I have to have this workout routine, this regimen, this trainer, and I have to hit these goals. You're overwhelming yourself. Let's start by getting into the gym and maybe dedicating 15, 20 minutes.
Make it easy.
I had to adjust. This is coming from somebody. I work out. I enjoy it. It's my moving meditation, whether I'm running, going to the gym to work out, or even going into martial arts. That's how I unwind. It's therapeutic. But you have to make time for it. When my daughter was born, I had to adjust. I used to be a very weightlifting background. Those workouts are not short. It'd be an hour and a half to 2 hours. My wife looked at me. She's like, that's not going to fly anymore. You have a baby now. You have a daughter. Come home. So now my workouts are like maybe 45 minutes tops. So you have to adjust. But I think as long as you just make an effort to figure something out, whether it's running, dance classes, whatever works for you, just make it a habit and make it something that's doable, low barrier of entry, and something you could stick to.
Well, it's like Jason said. You just got to make it to February.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You know,
make it
one
through
day,
1 month.
1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, and then before you know it, you have a habit.
On itself. Yeah.
So as morning people, sorry, Andy, but as morning people, do you guys do this in the morning before you come in, or is this right after?
Heck no.
No.
We all get
You want to know who's nuts?
way.
Meteorologist Brandon Lawson. He fills in for Ted a time or two. He gets up because the show starts at 4. You guys have to be here and here to forecast. So he will do a workout at 2 a.m. Because to his credit, which I understand, he says, if I don't do it, then I won't do it at the end of my shift. And everyone has to figure out what they would do.
True. Yeah.
Before I had a child and worked mornings in my very previous lives, I would have to pack a gym bag, bring it to work with me, leave the morning show, go to the gym parking lot. I would take a 20-minute nap in the car. Yep. People probably thought I was insane. And then go do my workout. Because if I went home, it was game over. Yeah, so I get it. But no, I don't work out before. I'm going to work right now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely afternoon. I've never been a gym guy. I enjoy activity.
You're dedicated.
Because, I'm dedicated?
Yeah, you're dedicated because what did you do yesterday?
Well, I did. Okay, so I like to cycle. I like to cycle and I like to run. My knees, the older I get, are telling me, let's do a little less running, a little more cycling, right? And so, the last couple of days, I have bundled up. I described it like the little brother in the Christmas Story who gets wrapped up, arms out. I can't put my arms down. That was me yesterday cycling. And I did one last week, too, where it was like 30, 40 mile an hour winds. Ooh. It was unreal. Ooh. And so, just trying to reach trying to get the legs going and even reach the handlebars were difficult. And I had, as Ted calls it, Ted, what's the ski mask?
What you call it?
It comes above and comes underneath and above, and you only see this part. What do you call that thing?
It's not the Greek dessert baklava. It's
no, it's a balaclava.
That's not a shiesty, right?
No, so we did call it that.
Yeah, Julian says it's called a shiesty. I had one of those.
Call it a shiesty.
Yeah, I had one of those.
But Ted on TV yesterday said baklava.
We
were like, wait a minute.
We had to bring that back in. That was good stuff. So I enjoy doing those kind of things on my own, by myself. I've never been a gym guy. When I was doing it for just a little while, Annie, like you said, I had to bring a bag. I had to do it on the way home. Yeah. And I'd take a 15, 20-minute power nap in the car. I didn't care what people thought. Nope. And then I went in there because the minute I get home and change, that's it for me. And so I'm hoping. So I got a big birthday next year, y'all. 50. It's a big one. Yeah. And mentally, y'all, it started to toy with me.
Oh, no.
And I know physically I'm not where I need to be as a 50-year-old.
Okay.
And so I've got the time because, like I said, 3 of the 4 girls are out of the house. I've got the time. I need to be in a gym. I'm a little anxious about going there. I know that is one of my resolutions for next year is to be in a gym. I don't have access to a lot of the things that gyms provide.
Uh-oh. Go together?
Ted, oh, Lord.
Look at Ted. He's looking at you. He's like Shaq from behind the tree. You know that meme?
That's exactly what he's doing.
That's Ted.
I'm just
Look at that face.
He's ready.
I'm ready.
I think we're out of time, aren't we?
This is the year.
45 seconds.
We got 45 seconds.
Thanks. Now we've got plenty of time.
Hold on. I'm looking right at you, Hart. And this works because the boxes work too.
Yeah, they do.
This year, best shape of your life.
Okay.
Let's get it.
You can help me get there?
Yes, sir.
Can you really?
Yes, sir. I can call somebody.
I can call somebody. If you would help me, Teddy, I need to get to a whole nother level.
Okay.
And I can't get there by myself.
All right.
That's what it's all about. Teamwork. Shout out to everybody making their fitness important in adulthood.
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about fitness. We've talked about travel.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of fitness, we're going to talk about slop. The word, not the trough of food that pigs eat. No. We're talking about slop. You can't escape it. If you open up a Twitter post or an X post or an Instagram post, you see something maybe AI related, you will see those 4 letters. We'll talk about it right on the other side of this break. You're watching Morning Edition, Queen City News Plus.
Slop.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. This is a fun little remix. All right. But in all seriousness, we were saying the word slop. No, as Austin said, we're not talking about what you pour in a farm pig's trough there, right? That's what pigs always eat.
Or wet mud.
Wet mud.
Oh, okay.
All right. We'll have to circle back around to that at a different time. So slop is Merriam-Webster's Dictionary word of the year. What?
I've never even, I've heard that word, but why is it popular this year?
So, Austin, do you want to explain why?
I would love to if you let me.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of feelings about this. So slop, with the rise of AI, she's scooting now. She's done.
Left.
Hold on. She can't escape.
Look at her.
Escape.
Look at her.
Escape completely.
You can't
She's
even
gone.
see her.
But I will say, okay, so the rise of slop, if you are anyone who is more online than others, you see the rise of these AI videos, Sora, Chat GPT. I don't think Chat GPT makes Gemini, anything that produces photos or videos where people can just plug in a prompt. And it generates typically, I think a 10-second is like kind of the limit now for most of these AI videos. And it's a low effort piece of content that no one is putting any actual artistic work into. And you'll create this video and it gets put out on the internet. And then you will see someone label that as AI slop. And then now most people just say slop.
Slop.
So the whole thing of it is like we've seen this huge rise in AI this year. So now people are pushing back on it. And really it's more of a derogatory term for the type of content that we're seeing online.
Yeah, it's kind of like low quality content, right?
Low effort.
Low effort.
Yeah.
You know, the quality might be great. I don't know. But the low effort content, not something that someone sat down, created, edited, put a lot of thought into, right?
Yeah, it says slop has become shorthand for low effort, low quality output flooding culture. There it is.
Okay.
Out of here.
So it's just so much of it, and it's slop. It's sloppy. Don't be like that. It's really interesting because all these different dictionaries and organizations come out with their words of the year, and most of them, I think, have been very technology and AI driven. We had the trend of 6'7". That's not really a word. What rage baiting, which again is hearkening to obviously social media. Someone throws a post out there that is on purpose meant to have a response that makes you angry, and it's on purpose. So it's I don't know. I just think that's really interesting that all of these are very social media heavy.
I think that's where we are as a culture, and most people that get kind of drawn in or triggered by some of these responses, I think, are like 40 and younger, and so that's the world where everyone's living is social media with all this stuff.
When it comes to rage baiting, I had an enlightenment earlier on that as a young brother annoying my sister, I think young siblings everywhere were the original rage baiters.
Ooh.
We just didn't have a word for it until now.
I mean, what
being a pusher.
All that?
Yeah, it's like the
button pusher.
Yeah, my wife calls you a button pusher.
You were inciting. You were inciting something, right?
Exactly.
Pushing the boundaries. But that's a really good example. The original rage baiters.
Another one I wasn't too familiar with, still not, is vibe coding.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. What was it, Annie? It's more of the output, not the actual
this was
coding?
An AI summarization that I had while we were on television, mind you. So I didn't go too far into it, but it sounded like it was creating software that would create things that was more, or that it's a coding that's meant to have a response more about how we feel about it, not necessarily syntax related is what that post said.
Well,
so
the other part of that is you don't necessarily have the technical skills to go from 0 to 100 coding something or building or developing something.
Okay.
Right.
So you rely on AI and I've done a little bit of that this year for something here in OBS to kind of help you create something that you don't necessarily know how to do. And you just kind of vibe it out. You know, like I would love if I had a thing in OBS that would let me do a web browser.
So then you ask AI like, hey, this is kind of the vibe, or this is kind of sort of what I want and what I'm thinking. And then you plug it in and it creates a code of that for you.
There's a lot more steps to it. So
cool.
You kind of have it's not that good yet where you go, I want this to happen. No, you kind of start with like a framework of saying, I want a widget for, I'll speak specifically to OBS here. Like I want a widget for OBS that pulls data from this series of informations that's coming from our news website because I want a weather, a constantly updating weather bug in our 3 p.m. live show. So I don't know exactly how to do that. So I just kind of start with the framework of starting with maybe Copilot and go from there. And then you kind of refine it. Okay, how would this code work? How would I pull from this? Make it so that the API updates every 30 seconds, something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the vibe coding. You don't necessarily, you don't have the framework to build it yourself.
Yeah.
But you can ask.
It should be an educational tool. Yeah.
Yes.
Not like a vending machine where it just pops out.
I've heard for engineers, friends of mine who are engineers, they work in the computer science sphere. They mentioned the help of AI being able to do this, but also just if you were to prompt AI to write you an essay, you have to proofread it.
Yeah.
Right? So
you should.
Right. Should.
Don't do that, kids. Don't have AI.
Don't do it.
But when it comes to the coding aspect, a lot of folks are like, oh, okay, the program worked. We should be good to go. But I've had engineers tell me they're still error prone in the coding as well.
Oh, yeah.
And you could have a program that works for a little bit, but then it could have some unforeseen circumstances.
You definitely have to know what you're doing to a certain level. Otherwise, it's going to
can kind of help.
The holes are going to show up.
Help with the grunt work and like the
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, where are my words? I need AI.
You got them.
To help me out
Ask
with the busy work. There we go. Help me with the hard, tedious tasks, but you still have to have oversight.
Yeah.
My goal today is to find one video on social media, and I just want to respond with slop.
Slop.
That's my goal.
I saw one this morning.
Really?
I should send it to you. Yeah, it's a video of a huge 12-point buck running into. It's like filmed from inside a house. It's running into these sliding glass doors. It breaks through and then runs out. First comment on X was slop.
Slop?
Yep,
that's it. I'm gonna do it today.
It doesn't look real enough to where someone would think it was real because deer do that.
It's one of those videos where you go, okay, on the surface, it does look pretty real.
Yeah.
But there are two telltale signs. One, the quality is kind of lower than what you would expect from like a very traditional, like I'm shooting this on my smartphone or whatever.
Okay.
And then there's a time limit. If it's 10 seconds or less and it's outrageous,
it's probably slop.
Probably slop.
Okay.
Thanks, Austin.
You're welcome.
So wait. The length of time also determines
because Sora is the big one, Google's AI program, and I think it caps at 8 to 10 seconds. So if again,
it's like a vine.
Be wary if you see something very outrageous that's only 10 seconds or less.
But here's the thing:
you got slopped.
If I put a lot of effort into those 10 seconds, and it looks great, the masterpiece,
make it longer.
It's still slop.
It's still slop, my friend.
Dang, I still got to learn about this word.
Okay.
Got a lot to learn. That's it.
Good
We're out of time.
We're
done. Stuff. Thank you guys for joining us. Austin, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate that. For all those that are watching, hope you have a wonderful rest of December. Happy holidays and everything else. We appreciate you watching us each and every day. We'll see you guys.
Bye.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.